What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sports Lovers, where we talk all things sports. I'm your host on the channel, Grant Sullivan. And in today's video, it is Friday. Actually, it's Thursday at the time of recording this. About an hour away from kickoff of the Chiefs and the Lions. I got the Chiefs in this one. Obviously, I talked about it. So hopefully by the time this video comes out, the Chiefs will have won tonight. Travis Kelce is out with an ankle injury. Obviously, you guys are going to hear about this. So, anyways, in today's video, we're going to predict our college football weekend games, the SEC games this weekend, as there are a couple, actually 3 or 4 really good games this weekend that we're going to talk about, break it down in today's video. But first, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day. I'm feeling a little bit better. If for those wondering, I've been sick, obviously, but feeling a little bit better, ready to get back at it with some picks. And then next week, we'll talk about NFL Week 1 reactions, as they will be in the books this weekend. And the NFL predictions for Week 1 are already on the channel, so go watch that video as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into some NFL or some college football Week 2 SEC predictions. Alright, so the first game on tap is 2-0 Vanderbilt going up against a 1-0 Wake Forest team. This game actually looks pretty interesting to me. I really like the caliber of this game. I think that these two teams are right at odds with each other. They're right even with each other. I think it's going to be a great back and forth battle. Wake Forest obviously not ranked. Vanderbilt not ranked either. They're 2-0. If Vanderbilt can get to 3-0 on the year and beat Wake Forest on the road, then that would be amazing for Vanderbilt, but I just don't see it happening. I think Wake Forest is going to prevail and show why they're the better team here. I think Wake Forest is going to take the dub at home against the Vanderbilt team who needs to be put into a reality check. But anyway, the next game is Ball State and Georgia. I think you guys know who I'm going to predict. Let's move on. Moving on, though, is Kentucky and Eastern Kentucky. I think you guys also know who I'm going to pick. Kentucky, most likely going to take the dub here. Moving on to a better game, one of the actually more interested games that I'm interested in is Ole Miss and Tulane, a top 25 battle kicking off at 2:30 on ESPN2. Now, why this isn't on ESPN beats me, but this is going to be a very good game. I'm interested to see how Ole Miss is going to hold up against a ranked opponent and how they're going to prove themselves if against a Tulane team as well, who's really good. They proved themselves twice in that South Alabama Jaguar opening win. But I am expecting Ole Miss to come out here with Lane Kiffin and take the dub on the road. Prove Lane Kiffin deserved to stay at Ole Miss and not go to Auburn like he was rumored to this past year. Moving on, though, you got Kent State and Arkansas. What is with these games? They freaking suck. Moving on, you got Tennessee and Austin Peay. I'm about to throw some fists at whoever makes these SEC opponent games. I think 3 straight opponents where you guys know who's going to win. Moving on, though, the game of the week this week, and that is Alabama and Texas. This is going to be a really fantastic game. It's a rematch of last year. I cannot freaking wait for this game. Obviously, Texas, if you heard on the radio this morning or heard nationally, Texas is not one of those schools that are afraid of the bands, or afraid of the brands, rather. Speaking of the bands, the Texas band will probably not be traveling to Alabama. If they do, they will be put in that third deck, just like Alabama's band was against Texas last year. I thought that was kind of stupid, but obviously, Alabama's getting back at them. I've got Alabama taking a 2-0 win. It all depends on how Jalen Milroe and that offensive line is going to play. If Jalen Milroe struggles, then they're going to put Simpson in. And it all depends on how the Alabama quarterbacks are going to do. Defensively, Alabama looks fine. It's just, can they stop that Texas offense right now as well? I am really hoping for a shootout, a really good game. I think it's going to be 32-30. By the time this game ends, I will be able to watch a little bit of it, but not the full game, and I cannot wait for the Alabama and Texas game that is coming this Saturday, 6 o'clock ESPN. Moving on, you got Missouri and Middle Tennessee State. Moving on, you got LSU and Grambling. Now, wait a minute. I know that I usually pause the video here, but obviously, LSU just lost to Florida State, and I'm interested to see how LSU bounces back from that win or from that loss against a Florida State team who looks to be in national playoff contention. They're probably going to be in that top 4 come December, I guess you would say. But I expect LSU to come out hot. Moving on, you got Florida and McNeese. Expect Florida to bounce back from Utah off of this one. Really, really like the Gators here. Obviously, it's against McNeese. Both teams 0-1, though. Expect Florida, though, to bounce back against a McNeese team who looks to be struggling against any opponent that they play. Moving on, you got Mississippi State and Arizona. Now, this one's going to be a good game. I like this matchup here. Both teams 1-0, by the way. Mississippi State obviously plays a lot of great offensive side of the ball. They're great on the offense. I am expecting Arizona to have a really, really good game as well. But I am expecting Mississippi State to come out of the gate ready to go. Expect Mississippi State to get the win over Arizona at home to solidify Mississippi State's spot nationally ranked. Obviously, this is going to be a tough one on their schedule, but still expect Mississippi State to get the win. Moving on, you got Furman and South Carolina. But hold up. Expect South Carolina to obviously bounce back from North Carolina. Expect or look to see how their offense handles the loss and their defense handles the loss. Look at the offensive line. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff they could fix in that loss to North Carolina, but expect them to bounce back against a Furman team who is 1-0. Moving on, though, the final game of the day, the Auburn Tigers versus the California Bears, I believe. Now, obviously, this is a battle of 2 quarterbacks who played each other in high school. Yes, I expect Auburn and Cal to go at it. It's going to be a tough game for either of them. Auburn's got to work on their run defense. Their run defense sucked it up last week. Obviously, we are missing Derek Hall and Derek Brown bad. Our defense looks great, but for the most part, except for DJ James. He should have had that interception, by the way. He should have had that pick 6. That should have been the easiest pick of his career. He just obviously bobbled it a little bit. But expect those things to be in work. Expect them to use the same quarterback play as they did Peyton Thorne and Robbie Ashford. Expect all of that. But obviously, I'm predicting Auburn to get the win on the road. Now, I think it's going to be close, and I think the time zone is going to affect Auburn a little bit. But I am expecting the Auburn Tigers to prevail here and expect Peyton Thorne to be ready for his first real test of the 2023 college football season. Well, guys, that is going to be all for my college football predictions. Let me know what you thought of them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day. Again, about 30 minutes from kickoff of the Detroit Lions and obviously the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm hyped for this game. I cannot wait for this NFL season to start. And obviously, hopefully, by the time this comes out, the Chiefs will have gotten the dub. But they're without Travis Kelce, so who knows. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.